Okay, seem to be live. Made another little change to my screen so I get a little bit more privacy. You know, everything you can see in previous videos. I made sure I don't have anything super private over there, but you know, trying to take things professional. Mm-hmm. Now you're seeing that bar over there, which is not the point. So that's not really working, is it? There we go. Can always put it on back. It's just trying. Often horribly failing because I'm not a professional streamer. I'm not a professional YouTuber. I don't think I'll ever be one. That's the wrong year. Let's first get the text ready. There we go. I'll give the usual weekly updates when I have text done. I'll do that later. And good evening. Okay, let's see if the brush works from the start. Nope, it does not. Which means I need to restart. Yeah, it is terrible weather. Well, I do like the sound of rain, but they expect a storm tomorrow. So I wonder how that's gonna end up. There we go. Is it working? I should have tested it first. Yep. I want to try a different expression. One I saw in a manga. I want to see if that works for Penny. Then I shouldn't make it a happy smile, so let me first try and see if that works. So working a bit backwards today. And let's turn the sound off. First of all, you delete it. Thank you. Then, alarm has been set right. And now audio out till tomorrow morning. Because I don't need audio. I'm not sure what I'll be doing after the penny. So first I'm gonna do this panel to see if that works. And if it does, I'll give you the weekly update. Doesn't really... You can't really see the cheek that I'm trying to emulate, so maybe like this. Yeah, that works. Well, I think this works. Let's put the sketch out. I think that's quite adorable. Of course, I need to do all the other frames, but at least we managed to make this cutie. And to be honest, I'm gonna copy this cutie because that would work for the final frame as well. But we're gonna work with lighting, a lot of lighting over there, so... In the end, I can make a lot of penny emojis. How did I manage to do that? It made clear in the end why this is separate and a bit lower and all that stuff. So, the weekly update. Editing. I haven't been able to edit for the past few days. I was just too tired in the evening. I'm less tired today, which is a good sign. But still, I have to draw the penny, so I'm gonna hydrate. Work has been kind of hectic, and I'm way too dedicated to work because, you know, I'm being paid for it. So work was hectic. I was very tired the past few days. So hopefully I can edit tomorrow again. I'm already at the second chapter. The book is divided in 3 chapters, so I'm at the beginning of the second chapter. I'm also preparing for the Doll Fair and for Fantasy Fest. Had my student coming by. How does this cheek thing work with the bold one? Maybe that works better than the normal chibi face I have. If it does, I just have a new style. For the super chibi one, because I still have the chibi ones for the 3D printing that has a different style. That's a more realistically one. This has a chest to the front and a bum to the back. I haven't been streaming Sunday because I was just too tired. I still have plenty of stock. I'm not sure if I can stream Thursday evening. I'm not sure if I can stream Sunday. There was a reason why. Probably because I have to do a cleanup and all that stuff. Things I haven't been able to do because Thursday is going to be not being able to do so much. Face can be bigger and the body can be smaller. So yeah, not going as fast as I hoped, but that's the hand I've been dealt with. And to be honest, while I do hope book 5 gets released before December, I'll be honest, if it becomes December, so be it. If I'm going to rush things, it will not be good for quality. Is there? Yeah, of course, that's not what you're seeing. This is going to be normal penny. But yeah, it's actually in the first few years when I started publishing the books, that was mostly Corona time. The books were shorter, the images were easier or less complicated, the covers were already done. That saved a lot of time, but now I'm new books, never been edited before, new art. I'm a better artist. I'm not saying I'm a great artist, but I'm a better artist than a few years ago. I don't like this pose. Just make it a separate layer and hide. So. Well, I can. It's not technically my joke, but it's also not clear who made it. So I'm gonna treat this as an homage. Few people are really gonna get this one, and then they're gonna find it hilarious and scary. And a few people will have no idea what this is. And yet I'm gonna do it. But anyway, work is more hectic. We're going to get a new system at work. So that means even more or even less time. I mean, you work very hard at work and then at the end of the day you're just tired. You just want to sit on the couch and do nothing. Yeah, you're right. There's no such thing as a normal penny. I think this is it. There might be a time when I go dress up penny, but I don't think that's gonna be today. So if you don't get what I drew on the pumpkin, that's fine. It is a meme, and apparently a lot of people did variations of this, so it's not the most original one. But Smile-chan gets to dress up for as far as you can see it anyway. So again, if you don't get it, that's fine. But this was once chosen as the scariest pumpkin design ever. Is there a way for me to trace it, because this doesn't really look like it's supposed to? Well, I'm not that far off, to be honest. This just needs to be more. And maybe a little bit more thicker. Well, I did draw Penny as a genie once. That was a request. Not very fond of drawing genies because of the implication of servitude. So that's why I don't really like genies. I drew Penny as a mermaid once. She's probably suited as a cat girl. Sailor Penny is probably an option. I see the people in the chat are getting the most scary pumpkin. That's nice to know. That's nice to know. I don't think I drew Witchy Penny once, but Penny can dress up as anything as long as it's dignified. And with dignified, I don't mean that it has to be fancy, just fitting for her character. So she could be a werewolf, she could be a vampire, a witch, even a mummy. As long as it doesn't come with the negative implications or the adult themes. Penny as a gnome. Not as those popular gnomes currently, because I don't really like those. It's just... I believe they call them in English gunks. It's just a nose and a beard and... or pigtails and something. So technically it is fine if you draw a fan art with a Penny gunk, I'm gonna call it, but yeah. I don't really like gunks that much. Penny as Melusine? Yep. Would be very possible. Her hands are different sizes. And I believe last week or the week before that we had Penny accidentally looking like Daphne from Scooby-Doo. She could probably dress up as Misty from Pokemon. She would probably be her own Pokemon trainer. I wonder which kind of Pokemon would fit Penny. I mean, I myself am a water trainer. Doesn't mean I don't have others. I think Porygon would be one of her Pokemon. Because of the electricity one. And they did a Miku project, giving various Pokemon, and they gave her every things with digital or with music or whatever. Let's see, digital, music, or leak things, mostly software. So if you would follow that theme, then Miraidon would fit as well. I think Miraidon would fit because Miraidon is purple, well, purplish blue, and Penny's outfit is purple. Ghostbuster Penny, yep, also possible. Maybe one day I'll make a dress-up Penny game. You know, like those old Kiss games where you can dress up your characters. But other Pokemon... Maybe that hamster one, because that's always smiling unless it gets angry, then it gets really, really evil. I don't really like Bidoof, but why would you consider Bidoof for Penny? I'm open for suggestions. Sylveon as the evolution. I'm actually thinking. Oh no, not the hamster. It's not Bidoof. Let me check it. It's a dual Pokemon of the one of the latest of the Sword and Shield one. That's cool. Oh, they didn't. I would like they then, by the way, but I'm talking about Morpeko. But they then would be a nice one because electricity. She needs electricity to live, and I actually think Jolteon would fit better with Penny because of the electricity theme. But of course, she can have way more Pokemon. It's just people say you have to pick 6. But I think Morpeko because it's so happy smiling. It reminds me of Smilechan. But to be honest, so Miraidon would technically fit because of the color and the digital theme. Oh, there was a flash out. I think we're gonna have... Yep, there it is. Yeah, Penny loves to help everybody. Is then Plusle and Minum, isn't that better? Can you guys actually hear the thunder? Because it's quite loud. So if I do drop suddenly, it's probably because of a lightning strike, but let's not hope that. But Plusle and Minum might be more fitting because they are electricity types, and they had that move, Helping Hand, I believe. So I think Penny would be an electricity type trainer. Hmm. Mummy Smilechan. So you have Witchy Hat and Mummy. And this one is a pumpkin. Locket. Yeah, I saw the lightning reflection on my screen. I personally am not very keen of lightning. Well, the lightning doesn't bother me. It's the thunder, the rumbling, that bothers me. I still have an idea with this final frame, so please have patience. Galileo. I actually wanted to give Penny a Halloween outfit, but to be honest, it would be very orange and black then. I don't think that would be interesting to look at. This is more pink. Make it more blue. Still pinkish. Oh well. We'll get that last tiny bit later on. Oh. That shouldn't be purple. So what else? This pumpkin is orange as well, but I'm gonna get a different orange. It's gonna be pumpkin orange, so it's a bit too orange. Now, if I am going to stream on first day, it might be an unboxing. Not sure. Painting and unboxing, because I still have to do some minor painting. That moment you're not sure if you saw a flash from the corner of your eyes or if you saw something of your screen jumping. It needs to be a different blue, otherwise you'll think it's the same. And this one needs to be done by hand. Then we're going to need the big mouth. It's very pinkish. Bit too light. And now it's too dark, you can barely see the difference. Getting there, don't worry. if you are the first original creator of this pumpkin type, let me know so I can give you credit. You do have to send proof, by the way, because a lot of people made this pumpkin design and a few variations. First of all, let's duplicate this. Ooh, I'm getting package tomorrow. Yep, I'm getting a package tomorrow. Good, good, good. And when? In the afternoon, of course. You know. Still, I have a plan with the last frame, so don't worry. Tomorrow's a holiday in Belgium. What kind of holiday is it tomorrow? All Saints Day, Alle Heiligen. Have heard of it, didn't know it was a holiday. It almost feels like the Belgian people have way more holidays than the Dutch ones. First we're gonna do the background. Ah, well, happy birthday to you. Last frame will be different, so... Oh, wrong one. And one more. Why did I pick green? Because that color was available. Oh, no, 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 no. First save, first save. Because I don't really like it when it says that error. That error usually means it's gonna crash soon, so... Save a lot now. This one needs to be black. Yes, it needs to be black. Now we can... Well, I'll fix that soon enough. Wait, I can do that now. By just using the brush. Small brush. Ah, that will be solved later. Because right now, what I need to do is an experiment which I haven't done ever before. So... I'm not used to working with light. I mean, Halloween is orange, but otherwise, comic is going to become way too orange. I'll just do a dark blue. Or dark purple. No, dark blue. Because otherwise everything is just going to be way too orange. Nah, eyes are plenty. Bit too big, but let's make them slightly smaller. Okay, now I need to remove the background because otherwise I don't know where the text is. Well, I guess the thunderstorm was a single lightning stroke. I'm not sure if that was a rumble or a car. The eyes can be of whoever you want it to be. If you want it to be eaten, fine by me. Okay, you guys can go text check. Oh, seems I missed the top of the pumpkin. Technically it is possible, but Okie dokie, everybody is okay with it. Year 16. Yep, it's not saving. Oh well. We knew this was coming. Most people seem to have recognized this pumpkin. I also have one, saw one with check oil, check ABS. And now the banner. Battery 1%. I saw the 2%, so yes, battery 1%. Okay, so first of all, how about I merge the layers? And I'm going to keep the pumpkin out of frame so people can't really see what the image is. Okay. Yes, and now we're going for the text. Technically, by the way, this when this is published on in the newspaper, it's already a few days past Halloween. You know, sometimes the news is behind. And I seriously had no idea what else to do. Huh. A font I once made. Just want to show this off. I once made a font and it has all kinds of little genie bottles in it. Didn't really work out that well. This one might be better. Yeah, this one is better. So you have all kinds of little genie bottles. Made this font myself. Maybe I can one day use it. Not sure. But anyway, we were on our way to this file. I made the font for a friend, but he decided to never use it. Hydrate! If you want to hydrate, by the way, never an obligation. Just checking a detail. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, apparently, on October 31st, Houdini died. And Sean Connery, by the way. But that was not what I was looking for. Yeah, nice. I don't want Halloween sales. Allerheiligenavond. Evening before Allerheiligen. Oh, Allerzielen is 2 november. Zielencake. Let's see where it comes from. Oh, sneeze, sneeze. Whew, I was in time. Still a sneeze. Ah, thank you. What were those things called again? Turnips, but what were they called again in Dutch? What's a turnip in Dutch? Raap. Okay, well, text check, I guess. Nope, typo. A bit of a easy text, but well. And yes, I'm already busy typing the email to the website. While people are text checking. mean, it's just copy paste, so technically ontstaan in Europa. I'm finding Ireland and England. Is that Europe? I mean, they're part of Europe, just not part of the European Union, so I don't think anyone's going to care. Is anyone actually going to read this text except you guys? Won't ever come into the print edition, so... Oh, there's a sneeze up my nose again. And the penny is off to the newspaper. There we go. You can close. Fine, then I'll just... Because I've only been working for an hour. Then I can close this. 3D printing project. That's the wrong one. At least I have the first two done, so this is the third one for March. Which means I have the pretty boy for March. Of course, you guys already knew which one it's going to be, because you could see it last week. It's our handsome boy named Blade. Fun fact, Blade was actually a character from a fanfiction I wrote called Pokemon ABC. And the characters were Amelia with the A, Blade, tada, and Chris or Christina. And Blade was the well, he was a bit of a annoying guy. He was son of the professor of the island, which was Raindrop Island, and Raindrop Island is going to be used in book 6. Is this big enough, or should I make it a little bit bigger? Make it a little bit bigger. Blade may be bigger. But he was a very annoying antagonistic teen. First he was the antagonist, and then he became part of the crew. He found a Jigglypuff, the one with that was in the anime that nobody wanted to listen to, and he found a Pikachu that hadn't fully evolved. I did think of a pre-evolution for Pikachu back then. So it had black ears and a black tail. And a couple of years later, after I wrote that, the Pichu was introduced. So I was already knew about the Pichu before it was even released and discovered. But anyway, Pokemon ABC I stopped writing when I lost a 12-page special. I accidentally wrote it. It did not make me very happy. And I do recall that special was called It Was Too Boring to Become a Doctor. The Team Rocket characters of my fanfiction were called Shanna and Shane. I did not know about the warships and criminals they were based upon with their names back then. So I don't think they met Ash. I do. Chris or Christina was the cousin of Gary, because I like Gary way more than I liked Ash. I need to zoom in a bit more. And Amelia was a Ditto, and she lived in a Pokeball that was attached to a necklace. Ironically, Orange Islands, the leader of the Orange Islands elite, had a necklace with a Pokeball onto it, so I made it up before it was even in the series. I should have asked for royalties. Yeah, I just think great minds think alike. That's just what I think. That's a bit too much. I'll just do a thick one. So anyway, Blade was already as a name. The Blade in Pokemon ABC did have black hair. Never drew him, by the way, but I always imagined him with black hair. He did not have extra incarnations as some of my characters have, because Christina is a redhead, like most of my characters. Amelia hasn't been reincarnated as well, except for the name. The name is part of the family tree. I mean, Chris isn't really usable, but I believe let me check the family tree. I have this big family tree that I still need to release, but it's not public just yet. Sign in. Amelia. Amelia is now the grandmother of Matsuru. Why is this not working as it's supposed to? There we go. So the name Amelia is back, but now the grandmother of Matsuru. And Chris isn't back, Christina, because I just have no idea how to do that with the name. I'm going to check if those ears are going to work out, by the way. And I'm also going to check if that's going to work out with the mouth. Save your work. For this image I did pick Blade's original appearance outfit. Might be tight. So that's where blade technically comes from. The frame for young stories did change really a lot, because it was supposed to be a love triangle between 3 characters. And while it is a love triangle in the first novel, it stopped being the love triangle in the second novel already. So you have ideas change. I was once told that my main character, that it looks like I wrote it with a main character syndrome. You know, where the person considers themselves a main character. And I'm like, yeah, that's the main character. She has a main character syndrome. A lot of people think like, why would you give your main character the main character syndrome? That's her whole deal. Her whole deal is that she has main character syndrome. And she is the main character. And no, the love triangle did not become a square, it just became more normal. I did get a square, love triangle, by the way, but that was is technically after book 7. And in the Mirai series, it's Coiled Horizon, by the way. I still have to get used to the name. I think I'm gonna get something like a love triangle, but not really sure how it's going to work out just yet. I am a bit more open about relationships on Seiken. It shows in book 7. It's more like, if you love someone, it doesn't matter who you're with, as long as it's done with mutual consent. The consent part is very important. Dodecahedron. I'm making a very simple sword because, well, if it's gonna be printed, it can't have that much detail. And if people really want to make it fancy, they can probably do it themselves. blade's colors are usually dark blue and black. And on Seiken, it is considered a symbol of your love if you wear the colors that belong to your loved one. Maybe I should make those straight lines. I should have a line tool, or at least... There we go. I think that looks a lot better if I do it like this. But like I said, you love who you love. Seiken people are technically all bisexual. And there is a reason for that. You could even consider them pansexual, but I personally don't really understand pansexual that well yet, so I'm keeping it to bisexual. Until I understand pansexual good enough to know if they are pansexual. But they believe it doesn't matter what the gender of the person is, even if you consider yourself straight. If you meet the right person, you could shift. And you can have a preference. That happens quite often. People can have a preference for a certain gender. And it's also possible... I have a hair bothering me. Okay. I was talking about something. You can have a preference and you can love someone without sexually being attracted to someone. Asexuality is also a thing. They don't really know it just yet, but it is a thing. Yeah, I think with pansexual, the species also doesn't matter. So you would also be able to fall in love with people who identify as non-binary. But like I said, I'm not really sure. I don't know someone who considers themselves pansexual, so I can't really ask it. But I think pansexual means you love all genders, or you can love all genders. And bisexual means you can only love men or women, so not the ones who identify differently. But until I meet someone who is pansexual and can explain it to me, I'm not gonna say if my characters can be pansexual. Well, they probably can, by the way, but I mean, by default, all characters are born bisexual. Now, the last, that's the light color, the everything else. Also, Seiken is still quite young in their development, so they are still discovering things. For example, and it's mentioned in, well, at least a special. one of the short stories I wrote, but also in the Moon Children one, that the age of traveling has just begun. At the end of the Eternity series, the age of traveling is just beginning. So up until Eternity 7, people don't really travel that much. They stick with their own tribe. They don't really look beyond, and if they do look beyond, they still stay within the same country. So Mirai is pretty much, or Horizon, like I said, I still need to get used to the name, is well established in the age of traveling, and when it finishes, it's still the age of traveling, but other things are starting to change, like in the Horizon series, things that are going to be discovered, or at least be there, not in Morning Snow, by the way, because Morning Snow is way behind, is something like a Swiss clock, but not of course Swiss, because that doesn't exist. Letter printing, and I believe that in Horizon they are still at the age where they do the wood block printing, but they are experimenting with other ways. So that doesn't the book press time is on its way. And in one of the short stories, there was also a hand sewing machine, those old ones where you have to do a swing, a wheel on the side to start sewing. So those are the technologies that appear after Eternity. There's still the factor of the high ones who stop progress if they consider it too dangerous. So I always have to keep in mind which progress is allowed and which is not allowed. And I'm thinking they're allowing the book printing, but they don't really like it that much because it also means the age of knowledge is approaching, and the age of knowledge is considered dangerous to them. So I'm not sure if the age of knowledge is already approaching at the end of Horizon. It might not even be technically approaching in Sci-Fi, the last series, working title, because they are trying to stop progress for a reason. You'll have to read the books if you want to know the reasons, by the way, but there is a reason why the high ones are trying to stop progress. I think the blue is going to be too dark, but we'll see. Yes, yes. Where's my privacy banner? There we go, privacy banner. And then this time I'm going to be smart and open it over here. Make a new thingy of it, and then move it over here. Upload a file. Right, I do have to make a coin symbol then as well. But first, let's see. Enable smoothing. Extrude. Standard. This is new, the upload color overlay. So they did some updates. Let's see what they did. That's not what I was going for. Let's see what happens with black. Okay, so I have this, but this is still not what I'm going for. Which setting am I missing? I believe it was extrude and not standard, so... Well, let's just see what they're doing. Okay, it looks nice, but this is not what I was going for. They changed it. Why did they change it? Let's get an old one. Wait, I think I found it. I think I found it. Extrude. Enable smoothing. And here's the black again. So they added an another extruded thingy. Okay, this is looking more like it's supposed to. I know it sounds weird, but this is what I'm the ones I'm used to. And now I need white. Okay, I think it looks fine. Just the mouth doesn't look fine. Ear is doing fine. Those details are fine. This is fine. So only the mouth needs to be probably closed, because that's usually the thing. Where's my pen? Here's my pen. Let's see if this is enough. Why do you keep on opening here? I have a second screen. Just keep it over there. Stupid ads. I know people need ads to survive, but seriously. And here we have the cheeky grin, and if you want to have the nose, you can paint it on yourself. Fingers are closed over here, that was to be expected. Fingers are open here, but everything else is looking fine. Blade is the strongest character or warrior. It's in his name. Okay, so this one's done. Now, we need a coin, matching coin. And technically that means a sword, but I'm not sure if I can draw a sword. Normals. Let's see if I can have a free vector for a sword I can use. Because I only have one of this tiny piece, so I mean, this could work. Wait. I think this might be too detailed, but let's try it. Let's check the license, by the way. Says free. Yep, free. Just give credit when you can. Okie dokie. I can give credit whenever I can. Done by someone named Big Bang. So in case I lose the credit, it's now on record. Someone named Big Bang. I think this one is going to be too detailed. color overlay, copy layer style, paste layer style. This one gone. I'm thinking this one is going to be too detailed. But I am going to try it anyway. Coins. And the coins will be all available separately. So, where is it? Where is it? It's not really a plain, but plain enough. And this needs to be black. Well, it actually seems to be working. That's nice. It's more raised than the rest, which means you can... It looks like a shield with swords on it. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Yep, we have the bottom layer. The inner... I think I'm gonna make it slightly bigger. I think I can make it bigger. That's a bit too big. Needs to fit in here. There we go. Let's see if this improves the design. But like I said, everything will be eventually available in a file. Every 6 months I'm going to release all the coins until then, in case people like the coins but not the designs attached to it. And that's also my cop out, my easy one, because it's plenty enough work to create things. So if you like everything, oh yes, this is way better, way better. So if you do like this coin but you don't like the characters, well, you're stuck with all the other coins then, but at least it's a little cheaper than the whole build. Or in case you want to mix, because for example, I made the book for Mayanaka. Maybe you have a character that really looks a lot like Clover and you just want to paint it in your own character and you want a book underneath it. Fine by me. Okay, so we have the coin and we have Blade himself. What's the time? Well, I've been quite long. I think I can do one more. So you can go over here. What do I have here? Everything else is still downstairs, but I still have a few ones here. I'm gonna do this one, because I know people will be waiting for that. I don't think I'm going to make a matching coin. If I do, I wouldn't know what, so... And you'll see it soon enough. What's this going to be? And both are meant for the first year, so... Those... And a reminder to myself. There we go. Like I said, in the end, I'll have to do them all, so... You can go. Privacy bar can go. You can go. Ironically, I need to restart Clip Studio Paint. And I'm just gonna do one of those two. And soon, when I'm done with this list, I'll grab the zodiacs that start downstairs. I have a lot of in stock. Wait, I'm going to take a tiny break. So I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Nature was calling, and it was calling quite loudly and unexpectedly. Right, reset play. Yeah, I can use this. That can be in this one. No, please refrain from screaming. Please keep a hold of yourself. I know this is the one you've all been waiting for. There we go. I've decided for the penny figure, I will keep Smile-chan empty. So you can give them whatever expression you want. And if I recall well, Penny is planned for the first week of November. I don't think Penny has a special coin. Of course, she's supposed to have one. But I'm not sure which coin I should give her. Which design. Oops. How about I do it on the right layer. I'm not sure if I should do Smile Chan as the coin base. Because Smile Chan is already on the shirt. Then you would have 2 Smile Chans. So maybe for Penny I'm going to keep it an empty base. So that if people want to paint the symbol of Nieuwegein, because that's where Penny lives and that's where she's supposed to be, or even Public Eye's Nieuwegein, you know, one that made sure she even exists. They could paint that. So Penny might get a normal one, an empty one. Where's my... Because I honestly have no idea what else Penny could have as a coin symbol. Means she's digital. And yes, I'm going to do Ethan and the others as well, but that's probably going to be the year after. First, the important people. Oops, that's a bit too tall. And I made a full design, so maybe one day if I want to put it on a t-shirt or something like that, I can do that. Then I just have to retrace it, maybe make a pin out of it, of a keychain. I know I already have one, but who knows, maybe for the 10 year, no, not the 10 year, the 30 year anniversary, or maybe 25, I know. But at least with this design, people can make their own penny keychain or pin if they want to. Little statue, like one of those standees. So yeah, she's probably gonna get just a normal empty coin, unless I make up something last minute. That is a possibility. I don't think so, but it is a possibility. Oh no, you're giving her orange eyes. The colors are all wrong. But hey, at least people can be creative then. And the light color. And eventually I might even make accessories for these characters, like wings. So you can add your own wings to it. Okay. Let's see if I manage to do this right in one go. Now the privacy bar back up. There we go. And this one. And this one needs to be back on white. Why? I have no idea. Ooh, I managed to get the raised eyes again. I have no idea why it does this, but I'm happy with it. Mouth closed. Fingers partly closed. Looking good. And download. And I do want to see how it looks. Great. Need to redo it. At least I think. Yep, need to redo it. I have no idea why this suddenly accepts it. I've been doing the exact same thing every time. I'm going to try, just to prove this system is very random. Let's say I'm picking open recent. I'm picking blade here, and everything. Oh, wait, that's a bit too much, but no, I need the clip file. Do not save. If I get the clip file. And I need you to be gone. There we go. Just need you to be blue. Clip layer. I don't need you to be a clipping layer. And you go be orange. And the line art's gonna be red. So we have the exact same colors as with Penny now. And I actually almost want to bet it doesn't do it now. It just doesn't want to. If it does, I have to convert a lot, which is annoying, but acceptable. See? Exact same colors. And now it doesn't like to raise the eyes. It raised the eyes to the... So it's just weird. But I still want to see how it looks in Cura. First, let me get the privacy bar back. There we go. We're going to do the plain circle because I have no other idea. Maybe I'll think of it later on. I mean, I could do a text balloon. And then you can add your own text in the text balloon. That's actually quite nice. I'm going to do that. Penny gets a text balloon. And I have several text balloons in here. At least I thought I had. There. Let's see how this looks. Slightly. And it needs to be lower because of that tail. That tail makes it look wrong. Copy layer style. And paste layer style. That way you can put your own text message on there. So I just removed my privacy bar. I just removed the converter. Well, I'm gonna convert this one off screen. I mean, you guys know how it works now. Coins. Coins. And I need to extrude. And I need to keep it on white. And it's the wrong way around. I needed to keep that on black. And maybe in the future, for Ethan, for example, I can do the thinking cloud. I can do a shouty cloud with the other characters. Not with Alex, and Alex is gonna get science. And I'm gonna get a turtle because I want to. Thunder again. And this coin is looking fine. Download. There we go. Now we're going to go to the downloads. And I want to see how... Why do I have penny twice? Oh wait, the one is the coin and one is the figure thingy. And now we're gonna open Cura. So yeah, Ethan is probably getting a Finky Cloud. We're gonna have Fox because he technically is also one. I don't think I'm gonna do Anos. Maybe in the future I'm gonna do a few Anos, but nah. Okay, and we're gonna import Penny over here. Can I drag and drop? Yes, I can drag and drop. Well, this is way too high, of course. First of all, this is the gonna keep it. Uniform scaling. No, this is gonna be free. Oh, that's wrong. I always do that. There we go. Might actually even consider this quite high, but I recommend 2 to 3 millimeters. 2 is quite fragile, but it is doable. So this is how the printing file, and if we're gonna slice it in super quality, by the way, time is gonna take. You know, my printing projects are never that big. Still have to continue my Pokemon. I still have to make a few extras. But my holidays are nearer, and I plan to do one day. I'm probably gonna record that offline, so I have little videos with speed paints for the standees. Just gonna make a few on the same day and print at the same time. 2 hours. This should take about 2 hours to print. And you can make it bigger or smaller if you want. Most of my standees are about 10 centimeters. So this is about 10 as well. Oh, and it takes about 5 grams. I didn't know it could calculate how many grams. Today I learned. So anyway, the penny is probably end of the year. So it's November if I can recall correctly. But you guys got a preview, which a lot of people are gonna get if they actually check this out. So I did a penny comic today and 2 standee designs, which is nice. And Forever Young I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Penny is 11. And Alai, the one I'm gonna do next week, the cat girl, is, or cat wolf girl, is going to be number 12. Then the second week is going to be all fan art of the month. So that means Pokemon. And I did Nezuko last week, Miku. And the stained glass one is going to be a freebie as well. But I'm guessing that one's going to be a December thing because it's a very big one. But yes, the stained glass of Bo Shampoo and Sailor Moon are going to be freebies. And let's see, third week is Star Sign. Sailor Moon is already also on the list. Did make a sketch, will appear eventually. And the fourth is Whatever. And that also includes the collection of coins as far as we have it. And the freebie for June is going to be the Pride flags as coins. Year after Pride flags as straight flags. And the year after is going to be wavy flags. And probably also a pin if you want to turn it into an actual flag. So there's Mermaid, freebie is going to be mermaid accessories. And the fourth week is going to be a mermaid, of course. So those are going to be easy ones, and the others are, I mean, the pardon me, the D20 is going to be one of the fourth week. And I have a lot of the design sketches of the 4 sketches a day I can turn into fourth week things. And sometimes it can be a character, and sometimes if I really feel like it, it's gonna be whatever I want to. So plenty of things, and I do hope people will be appreciative of all the freebies. If they are not appreciative, well, that's their loss. So this is going to be it for today. Plenty, I guess. So I'll be seeing you then whenever. Bye bye.